This is going to be the beginning of a series of videos where I go over different nations' lineups and different BR settings for nations to kind of help players get an idea of what tanks to include in the lineup, what vehicles to include in the lineup. I noticed there's a lot of lack of content out there for newer players that give them insight into how to play a certain nation maybe, or what to do with certain tanks in the nation or vehicles or planes. So this is going to be one of those videos that covers content like that. If you guys have any ideas for more nations or BRs you want covered, I can cover most BRs. A lot of the upper tier, like 10, 11, maybe even some 9, I can't really cover those because I don't have a lot of vehicles in those areas unlocked, or any, because I kind of spread myself out over the many nations to try to get a grasp for as many as possible. So this first one, we're going to take a look at Germany, and we're going to take a look at Germany 7.3 specifically, because I feel like that's where Germany can either be really good or really bad depending on kind of what you do. You know, Germany is a nation that a lot of people say is full of people that don't know what they're doing, and a lot of dumb people play Germany, and they don't try, and they're new, and they don't know how to play the game. So what I want to do is I want to go over this 7.3 lineup in specific. I can go over other ones in the future, but what you really want to do in any lineup, and I have another video kind of talking about this, is you want to have a scout tank. So you want a light tank or a tank with good speed. You want an AA. You want maybe 1 or 2 medium tanks or heavy tanks if available that are kind of the bread and butter, your kind of main go-to tanks. And then you definitely want some close air support. You know, if you have to get a premium to fill in the gap, you know, you can, or grind out your aviation tree and try to get something there. But this is going to be an ideal lineup that you're always going to want, kind of this spread. You don't need 2 planes. This is kind of excessive. But you're going to want at least 4 vehicles and a plane. I have 5 because I do have a premium. The RU-251 is probably one of the best premiums in the game. It is phenomenal. It is amazing for its BR. It used to be 6.7. It got moved up to 7 because it was so great. Highly recommend if you need a German tank that will help you do things. This thing can... It can scout, it can rush, it has good damage. For some reason, anymore people aren't killing me in one shot all the time. I can tank a couple hits, which is really weird. But just the speed, maneuverability, and the heat ammo that it has with a good gun. It also you can even do some HESH, but I've never really done the HESH. I've always just ran the heat FS. But it is phenomenal. It's got artillery as a premium. It is one of the best premiums in the game. Highly recommend if you do get any premium for Germany that. And if you want an air premium to grind out your air tree, the JU-288C is also top of the line. Great credit farmer, one of the best in the game. It did get its BR changed up to 6.0 from 5.7, but it's still a really solid credit farmer. If you look at my aviation tree, I actually, majority of this has been from the JU-288C. So, amazing vehicle, amazing vehicle. But yeah. Enough of the rambling. Let's do a couple games, give you guys some tips, advice on how to play this lineup, how to play Germany at this tier, and help you guys get better at the game or answer questions for you. So let's get on over there. So we are in the game now, and I'm spawning in the RU-251 to go for a quick cap. Capping is a very easy way to get credits and to just to get some research and credits really early on. The way the cap system works though now is the more people on the cap, that money, that reward is divided among how many people are there. So the best thing you can do is be one of the first people onto a cap, because then you get all the points. And a lot of people do not really understand how important caps are in the game, and that's what wins you games, is the caps. So getting your caps early and quick is a very good thing, and you may win more games. And if your team ain't gonna do it, you should try to do it. And don't ever try to do it in a slow tank. Positioning is important, speed is important. You need to get there before the enemy sets up, because a lot of times people are gonna camp cap points to farm kills. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna position right outside the cap, looking at it in a good location, so that way they can pop you, just get a kill while you're trying to get there, because you're too slow and they got there before you did and they're set up. Now this might be, who are we against? See, he's He's scared. There might be somebody here. Oh, yep, there's a tank right over there. I'm gonna try to drop an artillery. We got a nice, I think that's a Frenchy boy. Oh, we already got hit. See, look at that, tanking shots in this bad boy already. But, you know, we ate a shot. There's at least 2 other tanks here. So based off that information that I collected, I need to be really careful. I can have infinite smokes on here once I cap the site. So I'm gonna deploy another smoke. See, I got 7,000 lions. There you go. Pretty good. So yeah, I popped another smoke to also help with my repairs. Now there's artillery right on me. So I definitely don't want to get killed by artillery, so I'm going to move a little bit. I'm going to try to pop another smoke. Getting my smokes back. I'm going to try to bring back a crew. It's probably a waste because I'm already missing 2. And if you don't know this, if you only have 1 crew in your tank's gone. So unless only 1 dude dies when I get shot, kind of dunzo. But now my team is kind of cleaning up the guys that are over there. They killed the Sturv 81 that was nearby, STRV 81. Lots of artillery dropping everywhere. Let's say there's still another guy. I'm gonna head out here. I'm gonna puff 1 smoke right there. Now I'm gonna try to go up and around. If you look at the map here, here I am, I'm using my mouse. I'm gonna kind of go this way, kind of where he's at. There's still 2 guys over there. I'm gonna see if I can help do anything besides just getting murdered.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
It seems there's a juicy boy just right here. Around the thing. Well, we're doing something a little risky here. Closing our booty. See, now I hesitated because that stupid grate was in front of me, the stupid fence. I hesitated because my luck, the heat FS would hit that fence. If you don't know, heat shells detonate on anything that they make contact with, and I have had numerous heat shells detonate on the dumbest terrain obstacles and cost me the kill. So I tend to that's a kind of a snapshot on him. Ooh. Yeah. Ate the bullet. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. They were released. Oh, he's dead too. There we go. So not horrible, not the greatest. Now, if you have backups like I do, I would probably run the RU-251 again, but I'm not going to do that. Now I have 2 choices. 976 spawn points. I didn't feel like I capped. I got an assist and a kill. That's all I did. 1 of each. So I could spawn in a plane. That's going to take the majority of my spawn points, as you can see. A lot of people, what they do is they spawn into a scout or a fast tank, cap, die, spawn plane, which it's totally doable, but I don't do it. So we're gonna go Leopard. I mean, I do it sometimes, but if I fail in that plane, if I fail to do anything meaningful or at least get 1 kill, which I'm gonna be honest, very much happens with me, now I'm out of the game. Basically, I'm down to just frickin' SPAA that, unless I get really lucky, I ain't gonna get back in the game. So I tend to not go air or CAS, close air support initially on that kind of stuff. I just have, I don't know, I have bad luck. So now we're going to go back to C. It looks like our team captured A. A lot of people, focusing on your mini-map is very important. Situational awareness. A lot of people don't look at their map. They tunnel vision and they just use their eyes on the game. I'm noticing spotted vehicles, you know, all kinds of stuff. There's a plane. It looks like it's friendly. I can hear. Don't really see or hear too much. Bum. Oh. I think I'm gonna head towards B. B on this map is kind of spicy. It's kind of dangerous. I just dropped artillery on a guy that probably just got killed or just spotted. I tend to do that. Understanding the points, C and A are a little bit easier to capture than B. Usually that's kind of how the game is. B is always in that dangerous location. Thought I saw a tank. You ain't shooting nobody now. After whiffing that shot,
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
remember when I said you ain't shooting nobody now?
To the designated grid zone.
Somehow he was still able to fire that. That's pretty cool. Pretty impressive. Pretty sure I killed the gunner, but...
Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung.
One thing, too, that I want people to be... Is that a helicopter? It is indeed a helicopter. He don't know what... What just... Okay. What are these helicopter pilots doing, man? Who,
We must counterattack. Returning to the airfield.
I mean, I know helicopters aren't the easiest things to pilot, but damn, dude. It seems the BMP didn't do too well, and we wound up winning the game, so it wasn't really a big deal in the last one. We won. It is what it is, but we're moving on now. Now, after the roaring of the tanks, we're here again on one of my maps that I get all the time. A good strategy for Wallonia, as I like to call it. Get a light tank and head on over to C or B. Don't go A. A is highly contested. A is for the slow boys. And you in a light tank going A, yeah, you'll probably cap it first, but you're just not going to do well in the city setting, I don't feel. So I tend to not. I'll go A if I'm playing, like, you know, a slower tank. It seems my whole team said forget about A as well. Nobody. Oh, man. Oh. Welcome to War Thunder, guys.
Attack the A point. Attack the A point.
Sometimes you can try to help them out, but... Oh, an enemy AH-1G just bit the dust. Couldn't even take off from the helipad.
Affirmative.
Feels bad. Assuming the trajectory my team is making, I can only assume the enemy is mirroring our attack, and they're going mostly B and C as well. I guess we're gonna find out what happens, huh? All right, we're at the cap. Now, step one, hide. Try to hide your tank while you cap, so you don't get seen. Is this a good hiding spot? I don't know. But I'm capping, so.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
We are making progress.
We're controlling most of the zone.
All right. Now, once you cap, what do you think? Do we just push towards the enemy spawn? Do we sit here and defend? Or do we find a better position to defend? I'm gonna find a better position to defend. If I don't die. So I'm gonna try to like overlook C in a different angle so I have better view. Preferably, I want to overlook C on their spawn side so I can catch them as they're coming in to C. It seems I was wrong, and the enemy did take A, so I don't know, and we did get B as well, so I don't know how many were actually coming this way, but...
We're winning.
really good thing to do on this map is to like really go wide and take the outside, especially if you're on a faster tank or a light tank. You can get some really good flanks off, and be aware that the enemy will probably do it too, so you may or may not be successful doing this. I'm showing you a lot of the RU-251. If you do not have this tank or do not have a premium tank, you know, the Martyr works good, so does the I forget the other light tank that Germany has. It's like a 6.7, I think, or a 7.0. You can bring that. I mean, light tanks don't need to be the tier that you're playing. They're more scouts. They're more I'm getting killed. Oh, I see a spicy boy. Get him! That's what capped B? An AVRE capped B? Hmm. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate this map when the sun's like this and I'm blinded. Like man, I can't see shit. I'm gonna be honest. It's bad. I hate it. No! We going long, boys. We going long and hard right here, boys. We did it. You know, oh, the final blow too, man. All right. It seems I tried to get 4 games. Only 2 were really worth recording, or at least sharing. 3 out of 4 I won, so that's good. But 7.3 Germany, you know, do they suffer? I don't think so. Maybe. They might suffer in the beginning, like every stock tank does. But this is a great lineup to have. This is great for Germany. If you don't have the RU-251, because I know it's going to be said, and it's probably already been said, you can go with the Martyr A1 or the Lek PZ M41. You can go with the M41 or the Martyr. They're going to perform very similar. They have really good speed. They can both scout. Just the RU-251 is so good, and you get the premium bonus. So I do recommend that over those, but, you know, obviously money is an issue. Have your Kugel. If not, Ostwind is okay. Then you get the Leo. 7.0 Germany is a little bit rougher. You really don't have a lot of choices. You're kind of forced to lean back into other tiers. That's why I didn't really cover 7.0 Germany, because they're pretty rough. 7.3 is not too bad. 7.7 is a little bit better. But it's good. It's a good 7.3 is a pretty good BR for Germany. Just start utilizing your scouts more by this point. Probably by like even 5-6 BR. Get dedicated scout vehicles that go out cap for your team, because you can't rely on your teammates to cap. You just can't. You gotta 9 times out of 10 you gotta play War Thunder like it's a single player game if you want to succeed. Those cap points are invaluable not only for you to get good, you know, money and research, but also just for winning the game. I showcased a lot of the RU-251 today, a lot of scouting and how important that is, and how map awareness and paying attention to the kill feed is also very important. I plan to cover more videos like this. I could have went into more detail. It's just hard when you're playing live games to get certain aspects that you want covered. You know, you got to kind of have that unfold. So hopefully this gives newer players or people that are looking at Germany a little bit better insight on like mid-tier Germany, kind of what it offers. I plan to cover more German BRs as well, plus all the other nations. I plan to make a lot of videos on this kind of stuff. It's general guidance. I'm by no means a god. I only have a little over 1,000 hours in War Thunder, you know, maybe like 1,200. I'm no means the best player. I'm no means the worst player, but I definitely feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to fundamentals or common things you're supposed to be doing. So if the video helped you guys out or you learned some things from it, please let me know down in the comments below. If you like the video, please like it. that very much helps too. So let me know any suggestions or comments you guys have, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Later, guys. Peace.